As an Arab American, I believe that Donald Trump is the candidate of peace, the choice for all Muslim and Arab American voters in Michigan and beyond. In contrast, Kamala Harris stands with those who represent war and destruction. Her top military advisor is Liz Cheney, and she openly praises her father, Dick Cheney, a warmonger who has supported war and turmoil in the Middle East for years. These are people that have no problem sending your sons and daughters to fight endless, baseless wars with no end in sight, and we must not let it happen. It's time to choose peace. It's time to vote Trump.
Muslims for Trump. Yeah, there is such a thing. They said they voted for him because he promised peace in the Middle East and that he cared about Muslim lives. I wonder how they feel about it. Now, watch this.
We as Muslims stand with President Trump because he promises peace. He promises peace, not war.
Well, I mean, it is a different year and another day he could change his mind, right?
The Democratic Party should be punished for supporting this genocide. And I know that a lot of people will vote for Trump because they want to punish the Democratic Party because, you know, especially in Dearborn voted Democrat the last election, and it's been a disappointment to the people. The Democrats did nothing but let down the Arab American and Muslim American population. They did not listen. They are not listening to what we want, what we're saying. We've been, protesting the streets all over the United States, and Kamala Harris removed a Muslim from, her rally, and I just think that, she should be punished. The Democratic Party should be punished.
I'm not just voting for Trump. I am endorsing him and telling my community to vote for him as well.
If you don't want to vote for Jill, vote for Donald Trump. But do not give a vote to Kamala Harris and expect to be welcomed by my community.
Remember, no one's free until we're all free. And we can't protect ourselves if we can't protect each other. This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together and really build power and really fight against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's going to get real bad.
Arabs for Trump are disappointed because they believe that a second Trump presidency would bring peace to the Middle East, the wars in Gaza would end, and that their communities would finally see stability. But that's not the case. Things have just gotten worse. Many of whom who supported Trump are now facing harsh deportations, and the tension with Iran is escalating. Now many are turning to Black Americans, the ones who warned them about Trump policies, for support and solidarity. Let's have a look.
If you don't want to vote for Jill, vote for Donald Trump. But do not give a vote to Kamala Harris.
Oh, as if Jill Stein supports y'all. As if Donald Trump supports y'all. Baby, he's gonna blow that whole country. I'm sorry. No, that's fine, because that all this tells me is that I boycotted all those major companies that were supporting your genocide just for you to turn around and vote against my rights. I boycotted for a year and some change just for you to vote against my rights. This is crazy. I don't even like Starbucks no more. The boycott made me realize that Starbucks is nasty as fuck, so I'm probably not going back to that. But that caramel frappe at McDonald's, baby, it will be seeing me. I promise you. Look at what Jill Stein came out and said. She supports Israel. Trump don't care about y'all either. So telling people to go vote for Trump is crazy. You know what? As a Black woman, I've officially tapped out with helping people that don't even care about us. Black men that voted for Trump, that voted for police immunity, do not ask Black women to go out in the streets and protest for y'all, because y'all chose that. When it's time for the Black Lives Matter protest, don't ask us for shit. As a Black woman, I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting for people that won't fight for us. Black women are the most hated people worldwide. And I'm tired of fighting. If this is how we're going to get, I'm done. I'm tapped out. I'm tired of helping people. Black women, we have to stop coming to the rescue because they're always going to rely on us. I'm done. I'm tapped out. I'm tired of helping people that won't help us. I'm tired. I'm done.
To all of you who are blaming us Arabs for Kamala losing, I'll tell you this. Kamala had everything already. All she had to do was stop sending billions of dollars to a foreign country. All she had to do was listen to the people, and she refused to do so. She shut down our voices time and time again. What did you think was going to happen? She's a grown woman. She made her choice, and she dug her own grave, and that's it. It has nothing to do with us. particularly Palestinian voices, were even talking about not endorsing the red and blue parties. And what do? Some of you? You vote for the parties that are hurting them in the first place. Did Palestine teach you nothing, or do you just not care about them?
I came home the day I met Trump, and I gave my son a MAGA hat, and I said, I guess we're there. And he said, ew. His first words to me were, ew. I said, but Baba, he said he's gonna stop the war. And he said, okay, that's it. Give me that hat. We're voting for Trump. And that's the sentiment, not just of an 8-year-old, but of an entire community. If you're gonna stop the war, even if I don't like you, I'm on your team.
I've said it once and I'll say it again. You can and will be detained or deported as a legal U.S. resident for your political beliefs. And that is exactly what's happening to activist and legal resident Mahmoud Khalil, who is being held as a political prisoner in the U.S. Mahmoud is a student leader at Columbia University and is being directly targeted for his advocacy against Israel's genocide in Palestine. Mahmoud was detained illegally this past Saturday and was told that his student visa was revoked. Now, when he retorted that he is not on a student visa and is a legal green card holder, he was told his green card status was revoked as well. When asked for a warrant, the ICE agents hung up in his lawyer's face. Now, everything about this is illegal, and as such, a federal judge has actually chosen to block Mahmoud's deportation. But he has still been sent to an ICE detainment center in Louisiana for indefinite detainment. Now, you might be wondering, why is he in Louisiana? Why is he not in an ICE detention facility in New York? This is because ICE often goes judge shopping, hoping to put detainees in states with the highest rates of incarceration under hanging judges. And because of Donald Trump's reversal of catch and release migrant laws, Mahmoud will be indefinitely waiting in the detention center until his trial date. He is 100% a political prisoner, and according to Donald Trump, he could be the first of many. In fact, 60 different universities in the U.S. have been warned that they may face enforcement action if they fail to protect Jewish students on campus. Meaning, if they fail to stop pro-Palestinian protests and quash any political dissent. This also includes the University of Michigan, a university that has a disproportionately high amount of Arab and Muslim students, particularly because of its proximity to a large Arab and Muslim population. This is a massive affront to our right to free speech and an attack on all of our civil liberties. It is illegal, it is unconscionable, and it has no place in American society.
Nah, boy, we ain't with you, man. We ain't with you. Ain't you the same one said, fuck Black Friday, fuck us, you gonna do everything in your power to stop that BITCH from getting in the White House, but you over here from y'all mean, which they about to deport y'all ass too. Usually they just send like a whole plane load of Indian people back. Nah, bro, we ain't with you, man. Sorry, bro. We ain't with you. So don't try to look at us for handouts, because we don't fuck with you like that. I don't care who you hang around. Y'all Indian folks and y'all people from over there, y'all voted for Trump. That's what y'all wanted, because y'all be having this money. I don't know how y'all be coming over here with this little money, and y'all felt like that shit was going to benefit y'all. Nah, my boy, he don't want you here either. So good luck on that, man. But don't come looking for us for handouts, man. We don't fuck with you like that. And whoever them dudes that you fuck with you, we ain't doing it, man.
If you don't want to vote for Jill, vote for Donald Trump. But do not give a vote to Kamala Harris.
I came across this video from November, and it kind of reminds me of the scene from Mufasa where Scar basically rallies himself with Kyros just to teach Mufasa a lesson. And it's this weird phenomenon that also happens in real life where people would rather go with the person that did objectively horrible things, because that is their misguided attempt to basically stick it to the person that at least tried to be a good person. And that is freaking pathetic.
Good news, guys. President Donald Trump just announced and told the Prime Minister of Israel that he needs to stop the war on Gaza by the time he gets into the office, which is in less than 3 months. This is such a wonderful news. It truly made my day that it might be true and it might not be one of those fake promises. And I'm really hoping by the end of 2024, will also be the end of war and torture in Gaza and to Palestinian people. If this will be the case, 2025 will be the most joyful year for all of us as Muslims. And also, I truly think that Trump deserves more credit because of this than we might give to him. So hopefully, President Donald Trump, please stay on your promises and deliver to it and not make it only a fake promises for.
Has anybody heard from the Muslim leaders from Hamtramck and Dearborn, Michigan? The mayor of Hamtramck, you know, the one that started praising and kissing Donald Trump's ass just before the election, and said because of Trump's promise to protect Gaza and the Palestinians, everybody should vote for Donald Trump. And he got a whole lot of the Muslim community around Detroit to vote for Donald Trump. I'm just wondering if anybody heard from those leaders. I mean, after Donald Trump came and made the token visit to tell them sweet lies so that they could sell out their own people, they went on the local news channels and told Detroiters, vote for Donald Trump, don't vote for Kamala Harris. Because he stands for Palestine, he stands for peace in that whole conflict. And you could see the sliminess of these leaders, these men who persuaded much of their community to vote for Trump. Has anybody heard from them? I just want to know, has anybody heard? Because Trump barely won Michigan. Had they not followed these shady, slimy leaders, those in the Muslim community, maybe Kamala Harris would have at least won Michigan. But I just want to know, where are they? They're not on our news stations tonight talking about Donald Trump's press conference to take over Gaza. They're not on the news channels here in Detroit. They were all over the place, just like that, when they could be to promote Donald Trump. But where are they tonight? I want to know where the fuck they are.
For many Arab and Muslim voters who supported DJT, the hope was simple, that he would end the wars in the Middle East. They believed that his America First approach meant the U.S. would stop being deeply involved in conflicts overseas, and their communities would be safer and more respected. But the reality many are now seeing now is that the political promises made during campaigns do not always translate into real-world policy. Wars in the Middle East are complicated, deeply rooted conflicts involving many countries, many interests, and decades of history. Now we are seeing frustration and disappointment from some of the same communities that once strongly supported Trump. Some are speaking out about immigration enforcement actions affecting their families. Others are worried about escalating tensions in the region, especially with growing conflict involving Iran. Black Americans have warned about policies that they believe could harm minority communities, but those warnings were dismissed or ignored. But now many are seeing that they should have listened to Black Americans' warnings. Politics isn't just about campaign slogans or viral speeches. It's about real lives, families, communities, and people who are affected by decisions made thousands of miles away. Many people are realizing that elections matter. They shape immigration policy, foreign policy, economic policy, and everyday realities people experience. That's why these conversations matter, because democracy is not just about voting once every few years. It's about understanding the consequences of those choices and holding leaders accountable when promises don't match reality. Also, instead of communities turning against each other, there is a chance to build stronger alliances and deeper understanding. When communities come together, their voices become stronger, because many of these issues being discussed right now, immigration, war, economic stability, civil rights, affect multiple communities across America. Communities should stay informed, engaged, and continue pushing for the policies that truly reflect their values and their hopes for the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video.